Okay. Steve Clifford. Okay. Fired Borrego. After 50 days of searching, it came down to D'Antoni and Kenny Atkinson. Offer the job to Kenny Atkinson. Kenny Atkinson says no. About a week later, resume the search. D'Antoni meets with MJ again. Steve Clifford name pops up out of nowhere. And now he's the Hornets head coach. Again. What timeline is this? What's going on? Hello, my name is Sam. I make Hornets videos. Thank you so much for coming through. Make sure you like, subscribe, and let me know your thoughts on Steve Clifford, because I have a feeling some people are going to have a few opinions or two about Steve Clifford's reunion with the Hornets. So let's just start with the Woj tweet. As usual, ESPN sources, Steve Clifford has agreed to a deal to return as the Charlotte Hornets coach. Clifford, one of the league's most respected coaches among his peers, led Hornets to 2 playoff trips in a 5-year run that ended in 2018. Do you know who ended that run in 2018? Mitch Kupchak. Mitch Kupchak joined the Hornets organization April 8th, 2018. April 13th, 2018, fired Steve Clifford and then hired Borrego a week or two later. We're back with it. We're back with Cliff Dog. What? Genuinely, it's like this team is trying to win the most awkward award. Like, what is this? This is from WBTV from 2018. Charlotte Hornets fired head coach Steve Clifford of his head coaching duties Friday. A little awkward sentence, but whatever, we move. Clifford was let go following a meeting with new general manager Mitch Kupchak, who made the announcement. Kupchak says, "I want to thank Coach Clifford for his contributions to the Hornets. I know he has worked incredibly hard on behalf of the organization, and we wish him the best moving forward. The search for a new coach will begin immediately." From Deadspin, Clifford has taken some shit for being stingy with minutes for young players, and at a certain point, a head coach has to be held accountable for his team's lack of progress. The article, what they're referencing here is this from Swarm and Sting. Christian Wood, 21-year-old, is the obvious prospect who should receive more minutes. He has been with the team all season, but has only appeared in 6 games. Most of his appearances have been in limited fashion, but with the recent injuries to frontcourt players, Wood has begun to get more playing time. The Deadspin article continues, Clifford's teams poorly assembled, though they may have been, shout out to Rich Cho, were consistently good defensively, consistently owned the glass, and consistently limited mistakes and turnovers. That's a need, right? We need some of that today with this version of the Hornets. Continuing though, those are hallmarks of a well-coached, disciplined team. Sounds good to get into. Charlotte slipped from 9 to 14 to 16 in defensive efficiency over the last 3 seasons. This was written in 2018, so 16, 17, 18. And never made big strides offensively to offset that trend. That's pretty much a recipe for mediocrity. After leaving the Hornets, he goes to Orlando. 42-40, a winning record. They go to the playoffs. They lose in 5 games. Fair. Next season, it's a COVID-shortened season. 33-40. They get into the playoffs, lose in 5 games. The next season, 21-51. Now, Orlando's been through some stuff. That's not an easy job, but man, this is not encouraging. His first season in Charlotte, 43-39. Next season, 33-49. Next season, 48 wins. Following season, 36 wins. Following season, 36 wins. Again, even the Hornets, like the Magic, the Hornets during the stretch, it wasn't in the best place, right? That's why Kupchak was hired. I have to imagine this time around, when Clifford met with Kupchak and MJ, they made it a point that the youth has to be involved. Like that had to be part of these conversations. Had to have been. So I'm gonna read this. Going back to Atkinson, let me read this. The Hornets have been intent on retaining a large portion of the staff, many of whom have 1 full season of guaranteed salary remaining on their deals. From previous head coach James Borrego. Before Atkinson put pen to paper on his contract, he and the Hornets were unable to come to financial agreements for his new assistants. Charlotte is known to be among the league's bottom 5 teams in coaching staff salary. So, as an outsider, no inside information here, I see this, and you saw like the D'Antoni meetings. D'Antoni, I can't imagine came cheap. And I assume like Atkinson, D'Antoni wanted assistants to come with him. And I assume like Atkinson, D'Antoni would want to pick and choose who he wanted to be his assistants, right? That's pretty reasonable. According to this, it's not. And Steve Clifford strikes me as a coaching candidate that wouldn't be too fussed about who his assistants are, like enough to not come like Atkinson. And I assume D'Antoni. This move is just seems so unenterprising. Coming off Kenny Atkinson and Mike D'Antoni, especially by comparison. It doesn't mean the Hornets will be worse or anything like that. Like, the Hornets could very well be better. He may very well be the right man for the job. We don't know. We're seeing a pretty awkward and rough trend here develop with the Hornets this summer. It's a running theme. Atkinson and the team not coming to terms on assistant salaries isn't great. The Hornets opting out of having a lottery pick this year isn't great. Like, it's fine. You know, they're going to be picking late next year. Maybe they do something with it in the meantime. Like, it's not terrible, but they chose the cheaper route. Like, objectively, it's cheaper to not have a lottery pick and just select the guy at 15th they want in Mark Williams, which I like Mark Williams. Like, I'm here for it. But it's the cheaper move. They chose the cheaper route there. And now, I don't know Steve Clifford. I don't know Mike D'Antoni. Never met either man in my life. I'm sure they're great guys, but I can make an educated guess that Mike D'Antoni, his salary demands, and Steve Clifford's salary demands are not the same. I gotta assume that D'Antoni is a little more expensive than Steve Clifford. So I'm really eager to see what happens in the next few days here. What stories come out about this decision? I want to hear Mitch Kupchak's explanation for this. The first thing he did as GM of the Hornets is fire Steve Clifford. And now he's back. Wild stuff. Steve Clifford has a resume. He is an experienced coach. He's been in the playoffs with multiple franchises, including ours. I mean, if the goal is to make the playoffs, we got a guy who's taken this team to the playoffs before. In a way, it makes the most sense. Genuinely, he is a legit NBA coach. He has another shot in the league. He has another shot with Charlotte. But man, it still remains unenterprising. I have high hopes for this franchise. These players look to be really fun to watch and look to be pretty competitive if everything falls into place. Steve Clifford, is he the right guy to get the most out of these players? Time will tell. The point still remains, though. It doesn't matter who the head coach is. This roster still has holes in it. Got to fix the backup point guard position. And that backup point guard needs to be able to play with LaMelo, right? We need the guys on the roster currently to be bought in for 8 months on the defensive end. We need these guys to make good decisions in late games situations. The coach will help with that. The defensive buy-in, the late game decision making. The head coach will help with that, but a lot remains on the player's shoulders, right? This offseason has been super weird. I suspect it's only going to get weirder. So I will see. We'll see what happens. I'll be making videos throughout the summer. I'll be recording podcasts with my guy, Raymond Felton. This will be interesting. Lots of stuff to talk about next week. So if you're new around here, make sure you check that out. Believe in Hornets, available everywhere podcasts are found. This channel is going to continue to upload Hornet stuff, all these crazy, weird stuff that Woj is throwing at us. It's so weird, man. It's so weird. So this is from Woj. Clifford always had a strong working relationship with MJ, fit the profile of what Jordan and Kupchak wanted for this developing young roster, a coach who can improve them defensively and transform them into a playoff team. He's done it. Clifford has done it. That's fair. Clifford is well regarded among his coaching peers and respected for maximizing the talent on his rosters in both Charlotte and Orlando. Let me know what you think of Clifford in the comments. Let me know on Twitter, Instagram, whatever. My Discord is wide open for anyone that wants to get involved there. Unbelievable. Unbelievable stuff here. Thank you so much for watching. I've been Sam. You've been great. Peace.